How's it going, guys? It's Skyler with Top Cut Games, and I'm here with
Wesley McAllister.
the GOAT himself. What'd you play today?
I played Tier Element, and we won a PS5 tournament.
And a first place trophy.
Yep.
You already know, baby. All right, let's get this in.
All right, guys. We played 40 cards, of course. We played best deck. 2 Rhino. This is all going to be pretty standard. 2 Sharon, 2 Havness, 2 Merle. We're going to run through it really quick because most of it's pretty standard, and we're trying to go out to eat. I'm pretty hungry. 3 Medora, 3 Keldo, 3 Kelbeck, 1 Orange Light. We did not play a Guido today. So it's a good card to mill against decks that don't want to mill, but against the mirror match, it's not very good. And all it does is bring out another level 4 body, which doesn't come up very often for me. And I found myself siding out like every game 2 and 3, so might as well just cut it, right? We played the 1 Orange Light because if you sack them and you draw it, then it's nuts. As you can tell, the build's different from last weekend when I also won a PS5 tournament and a cash tournament with that deck. We played 6 Bestials because of PS5 tournament, so we assumed it'd be a little bit more meta. Yeah, it was. These were good. Top 8, I ended up drawing 1 Sornier, 1 Druid Worm, and 1 Magnamut against the mirror. So he just never got to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, he was never playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
On my turn or his turn. When he tried to play on my turn, I still had the Sornier, and I searched another Druid Worm off of Magnamut, so I still had 2 interruptions. I think it was solid. I'd play more if I had space, but I didn't have space. Also, it was still a local, so I expected a little bit of Rogue. And we did play a little bit of Rogue. We'll get into that in just a second. 1 Fusion, Cards Insane, 1 Heartbeat. I never searched it, but I don't see a point in cutting it because when you mill a trap, just getting to add it back or go Collider Heart. Field spell, pop your Collider Heart, dump this to add back a trap you need. Like, it's just nuts. We played 2 Scream. I know I said in my last video that I wanted to play more, but I couldn't find space. I forced space. I made space for it because this card's just nuts. Getting to add a trap, and then the mill 4, I opened it a lot with like Rhino Heart a lot today, and it was stupid. Or with Sheer. 1 Terraforming, 3 Field Spell. Best card in the deck. Enough said. 3 Imperms. Again, I was expecting Rogue, so we played this for the Bird matchup and stuff like that. The only Rogue match that I played today was against Pure Castrala. He beat me in Swiss because I bricked game 2 and 3. I opened double Lightning Storm, double Imperm, Heartbeat, and I drew into Havness. He just got in my butt, but yeah, this card was almost every game that I drew this, I won. Actually, did except for that one game against Pure Castrala, I won every game that I drew this card. It was just insane. Imperming kits was just nuts. Shutting down columns, yeah, it was insane. And then 1 Crime, 1 Solic. People were putting Crime in the side. I think it's incorrect because game 1, especially with 2 Scream, if you could search this off of a kit because your hand's nuts, you search this off the Scream. Also, with everybody playing Bestials, this can add back like a Havness. So that happened a lot with like game 1, they would banish my Havness or whatever, and then I'd mill this and add back the Havness, and then I'd have that for interruption on their turn. Deck worked super smooth today. So smooth. Except for like twice I drew triple Field Spell, but I mean, that's just, there's nothing you can change about that because you play 3 Field Spells. That's just RNG. Extra deck, we played 3 Link Monsters. Of course, the standard. 1 Elf, 1 Dart, 1 Sprint. I made Sprint a lot today. I went Dart, take Magnamuts. I even took a D-shifter today and then made Sprint after baiting out Bestials and stuff a lot. Because Dart, like if I have just an extender, Dart targeting a Magnamut would bait a lot of Bestials today. And then I'll just normal summon or summon my extender and then make Sprint and then go off. Ended on Elf only twice today, but you gotta play it. Exceeds, we played 1 Baguska, 1 Redoer, 1 Dweller. We played Beatrice, Wallow, and we played Zeus. Made Baguska twice today. One time that I made it, it was against the Pure Castrala player, and he went D-Fissure, Raigeki. So yeah, you know how that went. Made Redoer twice today. It was insane. I hit a spell every standby phase. Now, I drew in the mirror match. I hit his instant fusion on my turn. Battle phase, clear his board, still in battle, detach, draw 1, draw into Field Spell.
Oh,
yeah, you know how that went. You know how that went. Yeah. 1 Dweller. I made this all day because I played a bunch of mirror matches. One Beatrice. This was Baron for the one orange light, but my boy over here, Matt, talked me into playing Beatrice
Shout out to Matt.
instead because it's more generic, right? And there's only one tuner in the deck, so like the only way to make it is make Lulu and then Synchro.
Yeah. So how often did Beatrice come up for you?
I only made it once today, but the one time I made it was against the pure Castrol player in top 8, and it was nuts. I dumped a Rhino Heart, discarded some of Rhino Heart, make Kaleido Heart spin his Fenrir after I negate it with Dracospelia. Then the one Wallow, I made it twice today. I took a Rhino Heart dump, blah, 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 and it made my monster choose OTK.
Yeah.
And then one Zeus, I made it once today. I forgot what I made it against, but I just had it's pure cost a lot. He keeps coming up, but that's when these oddball cards came in, obviously, because that's what they're for is non-meta, and that's the only non-meta deck I played. But he had the Mind Hacker and defense. I just beat over it with Baguska and then made Zeus clears back over stuff. Then we played one Kaleido Heart, one Lulu, one Kit standard. And then we played the one Mud Dragon, Garura, Dracostepelia. I made every single one of these today. I only made Dracostepelia once, but when I did, it was insane. But all these other ones, I made multiple times. Multiple times. They were all nuts. I wouldn't change any of them. You have to play all of them, in my opinion.
You weren't playing the. You weren't playing the King of the Swamp.
Nah, I cut the King of the Swamp and the Grapha package because if y'all watched my last video, I said it was a little clunky. I couldn't tell what it was, but I figured it out. That's what it was. Sometimes this wasn't optimal. So yeah, we cut that, and the deck just worked smoother. Side deck, we played Banshee, 2 Banshee, 1 Zombie World. This was for birds, but I never got to play against birds. But in theory, it was going to be good. So these never came in. Triple Tax, these came in these did come in every match. Every single match, except for against Castrol. These came in, all of them. This card was insane. I took monsters today. I looked at hands. It was nuts. I played against somebody. I normal summon Rhino. He stopped the Rhino with a Magnamut, activate Magnamut. I went Triple T, take the Magnamut, make a Dark summon back the Magnamut, Magnamuts, affect the search, make Sprint, and then went from there.
That's all she wrote.
3 twins. These were Lightning Storms. I can't, bro. Lightning Storm I kept drawing multiples in testing, so I had to take them out. And so Lightning Storm just wasn't it for me. Even though it's generically nuts, it just wasn't it. It's just, I had bad luck with it. So 3 twins. I sided him in a couple times. I only drew it once against the pure Castrol player. He went activate the continuous trap. I was on a D-shifter. I went Chain Twin Twister, pop it, instant fusion, summon Mud Dragon, normal summon Sheer, and make Baguska pass. He couldn't out it, and then on the follow-up, I killed him.
Did you ever draw the combo Twin Twister and a Kelbeck?
I did not, because the only time I drew it was against the Castrol player, and I was under D-shifter, so I did have a Kelbeck, but there was no point. Actually, I did discard it, but it didn't do anything. Dark Ruler, 3 Dark Ruler. These came in only a couple times a day, but they're insane. You have to play them. If I against Sprite, they're insane because if they put up full board, it's kind of like have Dark Ruler. If they would go full board, like Red Carrot, Toad with Elf, it's kind of like have Dark Ruler or lose, especially with them playing Fenrir, So, and then 3 Evenly. These came in against all the mirror matches. This card's insane. People don't play around it, and it just duggies on people. So, yeah, the whole deck was insane. I don't know if there's really much I would change. If I was going to a YCS, obviously I would change it up a little bit, but at the locals, probably add more bestials, either side them or main them. But for here at locals, it was fine. Let's do some shout outs real quick. First off, shout out Unbound Gaming, one of my sponsors. Shout out my other sponsor, Team Scheme. Shout out to our local shops, Angry Comics, Gamers Guild, Game On. Shout out to my boy Drew. He went crazy today. He played nothing but tier, and he was playing Sprite, and he was just dugging on him, which is insane because that's his hardest matchup. Shout out to my boy Kevin. He owns Unbound just for being Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin.
Shout out to Matt for coming in second at this tournament. Shout out to him. We might get his deck profile later. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, and I think that's all the shout outs. Shout out to my brother for being the GOAT, and shout out to Skylar for doing this video.
Shout out, Brandon.
All right.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.